Hello everyone and welcome back to S-Rank, the only home of video games, and to summer of PS3. It's been a tumultuous summer for PlayStation 3, as I guess as well as being a Sony PlayStation fan. As I hold up today's copy of Lair for the PlayStation 3, I'm kind of reminded of how limited the idea of a physical game on my shelf I can look at and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. How limited that time will be. But we're playing Lair for the PlayStation 3 today, published by Sony Computer Entertainment, developed by Factor 5, which Nintendo fans will recognize that name, as they are the developers of the Star Wars Rogue Squadron games for the N64 and GameCube. I believe they started development on a Wii game or something like that, but this was the game around the time they would have published a Wii Rogue Squadron. This was the game that they worked on instead. We're gonna move off of that. We're gonna move off of that because that is a loud repeating sound. Factor 5 made this game, and the big thing about Rogue Squadron and, I think Rogue Leader, was that a game they made? I never actually played any of those games. But from what I understand, those games are about dogfighting. No, not that one. You're flying around your Star Wars ships and you're shooting and whatnot. And what is perfect for that? Obviously, the PlayStation 3's new hot controller. It's wireless. It doesn't have any rumble, but it's the Sixaxis wireless controller. Notice how it doesn't say DualShock down there. It says Sixaxis. Here is instead a DualShock 3. I have a couple of these. Actually, they're pretty dusty. Sixaxis controllers. We are not going to be using them today. Unfortunately, the batteries seem to be shot. It's been years since I cataloged. I have 9 PS3 controllers, official ones. 2 of them are Sixaxis, and the other 7 are DualShock 3s, and then 2 of those DualShock 3s are later models that have a better battery in it. And I say the battery because A, the battery on this one and the other Sixaxis is dead, and doesn't seem to want to charge. I'd have to replace it. But looking at the back of this, I guess I am reminded of the fact that the battery in this original Sixaxis controllers is 30 milliampere hours. Not 300, just 30. The later DualShock 3s would have 500, which means that to date this is the longest lasting battery in any controller I've personally ever had, which is very funny. So we're not using my standard summer blue PS3 DualShock 3 controller for today, and we're not going to be using the 6X like I wanted. We're just going to be using this one. One more final thing about the Sixaxis before obviously we get into the Sixaxis is that you can't really tell on camera here, so I'm not going to hold it up. I might show a photograph. If there's a photograph, it'd be right there. The Sixaxis controllers aren't completely opaque black. They're slightly translucent. You mostly see this on the back, towards the bottom where the analog stick nubs kind of would be. You can see through it, and that's weird. But then, if you've ever taken apart a fat PS3, you know that top lid is actually also transparent as well. It isn't completely 100% opaque. But yes, Lair for the PlayStation 3. I just want to open this up one more time because I noticed that there's something in here. There's a manual. It's a nice thick manual in here, in full color. It's got a postcard if we want to mail Sony a letter. Actually, you know what? Oh, it's to mail PlayStation Underground in Texas, Irvine, Texas. It'd be very funny, and I think kind of cool to use the official postcard in this manual to mail a complaint about them getting rid of physical games. I think that'd actually be very funny. But also in here, I found this funny as well. There's a PSP ad. It's now $169.99, $170. That's a good price, I feel like, for this era for PSP. If you were planning on playing a lot of JRPGs and whatnot on the system, friend of the show, Devin, shared his PSP collection of games with me, like showed a picture of it. The picture, if I get his permission, is right here. You notice he's got like 4 games, and only one of them looks like it's any good, and it's like the God of War game on there, right? But also on the back of this, there's a little icon. Little icon. You see right where my finger is? I'm gonna get closer. That buckos is the TiVo icon. I had a TiVo. My mom got a TiVo. I think one of the very first models of TiVo in like 2004, 2003. When did we get a TiVo? I was like in 4th grade. So yeah, we're talking like 2004. I want to get a TiVo and hack it and have it be like a cool media box. But that's enough about TiVo. I guess the PSP had some sort of, I don't know, you could somehow put your TiVo content. I didn't pay attention. I didn't read that. I just noticed the logo, and that's what we're doing today. We're noticing logos, and I do like the Lair logo. It's a nice burned in as we hear the screams of this man failing a QTE or something. I don't know. I do like the logo, and I could have seen this game get a sequel if it didn't sell poorly, but it also reviewed critically terribly. That's one of the things. Like, this is one of those. This game came out in the era of PS3 has no games, and the ones that they do have are terrible because Lair was a bad video game, from what the internet tells me, what reviews at the time tell me. And, we're just going to have to find out for ourselves. This isn't a product review. You know what I mean? I can be more generous to the game. Damn, version 2.1. I do know they made the game easier. And apparently they made, because you controlled the game at launch. Here's what we might do, actually. We're going to play the game the way it is with this update. And then I'm going to, disconnect from the internet. Delete the install. And we're going to play the game patchless. Okay, we're going to play the game patchless, but we are going to play it with the patch first, because if I am correct, and I might be wrong, future Ethan, you can correct me if I'm wrong right now, but I'm pretty sure patchless, you can only fly with this. I think they allowed some analog movement in the version that we're about to play, because that was a lot of the criticisms of this game. So it's a pain in the ass to fly, and it's a really bad look for PS3's Sixaxis. Like, you guys got rid of rumble. You said it was last generation, so you can do this horse shit. That's what the internet tells me. Again, that's what the internet tells me. Now, obviously, we know the rumble technology was not in the original PlayStation 3 plans due to lawsuit stuff. Sony didn't 100% have the tech that they used in the DualShock and DualShock 2s, the PS2 rumble controllers, from their own in-house technology. They stole something, allegedly. I don't know. There was a lawsuit about it. And there was a settlement. I assume there was a settlement, because then, yes, DualShock 3 would come around. And a lot of games, not a whole lot, but some games that came out prior to the DualShock 3 got patched to include rumble, Uncharted being the only one I'm aware of off the top of my head. Looking at the list here, Ridge Racer 7 didn't, NBA 07 didn't, Motorstorm didn't, Oblivion didn't, Virtua Tennis 3 didn't, Ninja Gaiden Sigma didn't. So of the games we played this year for summer PS3 so far, none of them have. So I doubt Lair did. I would imagine Motorstorm, if any of them would have, especially since, that would have been a game that would have gotten a THX sound. Damn. Remember this little fuck? You'd be in the front of, animated movies. This is weirdly nostalgic for me, and in a way, I don't know how I feel about it. THX.com. A Studio 5 production. What about Factor 5? subtitle gonna... Okay, there you go. There's Factify. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's it. I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay. Lair. Start options extra Lair network. Ooh, look at the... Sorry, this is weird, but look at the, like, high frame rate menu cursor. That's weird. Okay. Sorry, I just want to look over here. Just visible frame. Is that just like, hey, the HUD isn't going to touch the edge of the screen by default? I do want subtitles on. Analog flight control. Okay. We're going to leave this off for now. We will then turn it on. And like I said, I do want to play unpatched to see what it's like. Crosshairs. These are both set to off, so let's respect it. Let's respect it. What's in extras? Making of Lair. Concept galleries, production gallery, concert hall, like when they recorded the music? That has to be what this is. They stuck a BTS guy, stuck a camera when whatever orchestra that Sony paid to record this track recorded it. Trailers, credits, cheats, commentary. Okay, commentary is cool. A la Half-Life 2, remember? I thought that was neat with Half-Life 2. It's one of the few things that have stuck with me about Half-Life 2, an orange video game. I don't really care too much about Half-Life 2 over the years, which is a weird thing to say. I should get the orange box for PS3. Yeah, let's accept. Okay, so we have a leaderboard. Guilio, the best one, currently tops it. Oh, he's tied with G-Pick. I have a feeling that this is the highest possible score. Oh, wait, no. This guy has 1,000 more points. Guilio, the best one. G-Pick. Zentgraph. Oh, he should probably play the game, but like Blend Coffee, number 10. Also, the... Okay, so it's just keeping the top 100. Now here's my question. In the hypothetical that we do so well at whatever this high score leaderboard is for us to crack the top 100, would this update? You know what I mean? Would this actually update, or has this been just shut off? I'm like, yeah, it will reference it, but like it's not actually homepage. What's... Oh, I bet, yeah. Man. The request URL /lair/ is not found on the server. Oh, what a bummer. Do I have any message? Oh. That is just being like, hey, you could check your PlayStation messages. Yeah, that's a bummer, the homepage. Because you would see this in this era. I think a lot of the sports games like Madden would liberally use this. Don't quote me on that. It's like a vague memory of that. But the more like games like Online Manual and stuff like that are web pages that you're viewing using your console's browser, the more of that will be lost. I assume the Lair homepage was captured by the Internet Archive, the Wayback Machine, but... And of course, nowadays, these consoles don't actually want to have a browser on them. They kind of need it so that if you, like, bring your Switch 2 to a hotel and want to connect to their Wi-Fi, you gotta have a way for the Switch 2 to showcase a page that has the login for your room and check-in and all that. So they have to have it in there, but it's a big security vulnerable weak point. I mean, like, you can hack a 3DS really well, everyone says that. You're using a QR code you find on the internet, like stuff like that. Okay. Let's start Lair. This is oh. Okay. Let's get spicy because these aren't numbered. And I'm not looking, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. Bam. Okay. Shoot, I didn't think about how I would showcase this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We can kind of see the latency limitations here. And I'm looking, OBS is a little bit quicker than my television because there's one less step in the HDMI chain than my TV. But even then, I'm looking at OBS here. We should time this. Okay, okay. I'm going to hold it completely flat like this. I'm going to turn it in this direction. And I'm gonna have a timer to vaguely time the latency, okay? In 3, 2, 1, turn. Whatever that was. That felt pretty latent. Okay, so anyway. And this chapter select doesn't seem to matter. Because I cannot do anything besides press yes or go back. But there is no up and down. Is that pitch or yaw or roll? One of those is this. The other is this. And then another is like this, right. Alright, here's what I imagine is a lore dump.
No one knows how long the ancients had lived before the divide. History teaches us the people lived in harmony, bound by a single faith.
Not good for,
But then the volcanoes awoke.
I lost my joke.
Molten rivers scarring the land and choking the air.
We have some very stock standard fantasy
as devastating as their advent
jargon.
Was, the volcanoes unleashed an even greater force upon the people.
The volcanoes, the dragons come out of the volcanoes. I'll say so far seems to be at a decent frame rate, but this doesn't feel like a video file. And if it is a video file, props to them for the no screen tearing. No, this might be a video file because of all those people moving.
One group, the Mokai, forged their society in the fire and ice of the north, while the Assyrians made their home in the protected mountains.
Subtitles are not keeping up with the voice, or the subtitles are too ahead.
Safely removed from the advance of the
now I can't tell if this is an engine, and that's a good thing.
Became a beacon of culture and learning.
Yeah, this is a video file. What am I talking about?
A world overrun by shadow.
Well, it's convincing me, because it looks like it's within the graphical capabilities of the system. Remember, all of Naughty Dog's games on this console, the PlayStation 3, their cutscenes are pre-rendered videos. They're pre-rendered based off in-engine on a workstation, you know what I mean? With higher resolution textures on things and probably higher polygon counts. But, that was the Naughty Dog thing. I know Factor 5 was a, very technically, I was about to say technically competent, studio.
I want all the Sky Guard on top of their training. That's why we're going to perform some basic flight maneuvers today.
Oh, dude, I take... Where's my... Oh, okay, so the left and right is inverted. I press start and we have to... Oh, man, why did... I can't. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm stuck with it. Wow, I was just praising Factor 5. Look at these N64-ass blurry mountain textures. Their face buttons don't do anything. I thought this was a flying game, so the fact that we have a guy to run around with is funny.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would put that on a button still.
Fly through as many rings as you can.
Yes, Captain.
Just say Rage Vision. Activate important objects. Oh, okay. I've always wanted to try to catalog the first instance of Batman Detective Vision, the see-through walls, but also highlight interactables. You know what I mean? Ammo, explosive crates, control panel you're supposed to press the square button on, you know, stuff, shit like that.
You're doing a lot better than Stro and
This is earlier than any of the ones I know off the top of my head, but I'm sure that also happened in the PS2
That's
era.
no excuse.
How do you go faster? Okay, so there is still camera control here. Okay, we have a Motorstorm back view. You also have first person. It is kind of cool. I wish I could like toggle it. Oh, look at the mountains rising in. It's literally see the geometry as we get closer. Like become more defined. Like it's probably flat at a distance.
Good work, Roan. Our presence is required at the temple.
Interesting. Why did it show? Okay. This does not bode well, folks. Yeah, no, I get it. If I ever want to learn how to move the controller again. Alright, so the texture of the mountain. Terrible first impression. In flight, in motion, at the proper distance that the level design kind of seems to want. Seems okay. Seems adequate for this era, for this memory-constrained console.
However, seek to control nature with their pagan technology. Their steam machines are an affront to God and stoke the flames of the volcanoes that have been sent to punish us. If there is one sin
I'm awake, Ron.
no man can
Big
ever be
night.
forgiven, it is
Cousins.
to act.
Yours?
It is our duty to cleanse these heretics and their machines from our land.
Is that an incest joke?
What is that?
Will God lift the plague he cast upon us?
Captain Talon! Roll, Devin! Load!
These videos, they look nice. I would see this as a kid back then, as like a 14-year-old or whatever, and be like, wow, the PlayStation 3, look at this graphics. Not realizing that this is the work of some CG artists at a workstation, and they've, you know, rendered out this video at a good bit rate.
The Mokai are attacking
Big problem
us from
about
the
video
sea.
files
Bring
on
your blades back dull.
in that are being played from within video games, especially in a pre-SSD era, is often a bitrate thing. You'd see like macro blocking, like blotchy squares and whatnot. Just that because it's a low bitrate. Oh damn! But then you get here and it's like, fuck. Why even get off? Okay, there must be some sort of like siege the temple. You have to get off. Yeah, there's a lot of screen tearing going on here. Wow. What was I gonna say? So like the actual video files being played were often looked bad. It's weird to say they would perform terribly, but in a way, yeah. But like again, the Naughty Dog stuff with Uncharted and Last of Us obviously looked very good. It convinced people that they weren't video files. And then I know Final Fantasy 13 looked really good. I don't remember if those were 1080p. The back of that game's case, I remember seeing it say supports 1080p output.
Focus on the catapults while the other burners take out the ballista.
But it was a 720p game, so I'm not sure if that just meant that the... Okay. I don't remember it telling me, like, how to spew flames, but... I got 150 tons? Are those boats that I burned? Yes. A water simulation here, however it's being done, looks effective. Also, our guy would just be killed. He's in hot metal armor. He just flew through an explosion. Again, same thing with, again, I didn't state this today. With the Motor Storm video, you might remember that there was a lot of motion blur being applied. And I would say, like, hey, this makes this game look so much better than it is. There's some elements in this game, not a whole lot, but, like, when you see that 150 fly from the middle to the left, that motion blur being applied makes it seem good. This is rough. Look, I'll give him this. And maybe this is because, again, we're playing a patched version of this game. But, hey, you know, at the speeds at which we're playing, this isn't, this flying it like this isn't too bad. Obviously, I feel like I would do much better if I could just use the analog stick. I am trying to do the 180 and I can't do it. Maybe it's because I'm too low. Having your first, like, thing to fight be boats and not other flying things, other aerial things, kind of makes this, it gives it a bad first impression. Because I might as well just be a boat.
Must be ice dragons. I'm on him, Stro. Move, girl. Our men need us.
Oh. Yeah, the frame rate dies. You view such a long distance. Alright, what am I shooting? They apply a motion blur there. Okay, maybe I wasn't supposed to take those down. Also, just the fact that they're going super realistic with this, and who knows, some things may change, but they're going super realistic fantasy-wise with this. There's no, like, Panzer Dragoon lock-on and fire. It is a flame breath. You know what I mean? It's not a fireball. But then they just give you this, they have to remind you.
Bro, look! One of the mills is on fire! I'm trying to get a bead. They're ice dragons! Should be no problem!
Ice dragons? Okay, that was a pretty distant lock-on.
I can't keep track of their dragons!
Okay.
They're everywhere!
Kind of chained them together.
More killing, burners.
Hold up! Blaze is going up! Flames! No, it's not!
So what I'm doing right
It's
now
opening the mill.
is holding left on the camera stick and mashing circle to just chain together just these melee takedowns. And that is kind of wild. I'm sorry that that looked terrible.
That's Anakai, the Mokai general. Stro! You'll pay for his death with your own, Mokai.
Yeah, this, oh, you just... You leave one boat? Sorry, where did he go? Okay. Getting too low to the water made me unable to 180 turn. Where is... Okay. It said something about L1, R1, but, like, it didn't give me any time to read it. Again, just there. Okay, that was lock on. That's what I assumed. Which one's me? Sorry, it's having me do this. I should just be glowing blue to remember which one am I. Our guy does not look
Today, Rome.
unique.
Captain, what about Anakai?
We'll have our chance. For now,
How are they talking to us?
bury our dead.
How are they talking to us? You have no, like, you know what I mean?
These men were massacred.
There hasn't been bloodshed like this for centuries. Some of them had never even seen battle.
It makes no sense. The Mokai have never attacked the city.
I fear this is only the beginning.
Let the pagans come. We'll make the sky rain with their blood.
I think this game is a plot twist in which their enemies are actually good guys in the sense that we're on the team bad guy and we just don't realize that. Or this is a very pro monoculture, mono-religion world. You unlocked double slash. Okay, so if I just did it faster... I'm not replaying. I am not replaying that. No sir. No ma'am. No friend. Okay, at least the D-pad, like, moves this.
With the Mokai attack on Acilia, a conflict had...
We're so high up on that map, we're in space. Did you notice that? We're in outer space.
Roan, one of our signal towers is lit down in the field. Let's do a flyby and check it out.
Sir, yes, sir.
Looks like they've got mantas.
Oh, and then you get into the... Wow, it said press down on the right stick. It didn't say R3. Someone failed their certification. Man, just the screen tearing like crazy.
There, Captain. Mokai soldiers near the tower.
Engage them, Roan. They have a catapult.
$80 troops to go. Whoa. Oh, okay.
Let's bring the fire!
Yeah, let's bring the fire. Cool. This looks terrible. This looks so bad. God, you have to kill everyone? Guess the fire's good for that. 12 troops to go. Oh, okay, no, there's more.
Solid wings, Roan.
Hold to feet? Oh, I didn't get to do that. Yeah, that's easy to
Dragons are
carry.
deploying catapults along the banks.
There's a mass problem when it comes to flight. And
They're trying to
like, if I understand it correctly, most depictions of dragons would not be able to carry their own body weight. Let alone something that is... Okay, let's... At least this is fun. Just watch everyone scream. We're about to drop this bad boy on Netanyahu's house. For a record, that was a joke. Dragons are unreal. How do I fly? Okay. No, I thought shaking the thing up would work. Sure, I guess just running into the water.
Hurry! The barges are under attack!
Right, the left stick no longer moves. Okay. Right. They both control the camera. For what it's worth. You can also shoot. You just tap. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Drone, we need you. They're attacking the barges.
Yeah, okay, and I'm trapped now next to this jerk.
One of the barges is lost.
That voice sounded familiar.
Incoming ice dragon!
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just... Because here's the thing. In both instances of... both these first two levels have been full-on wars. And not like, hey, go on a mission and find this outpost, and we hear that there are spies in a nearby area. Go find. Like, there's no like, just fly out, have some, for lack of a better word, peace and quiet, to learn the controls more in an environment that doesn't involve flying through a war zone. Because number one, if all of these fights, granted we're only 2 levels in, and they want to impress, I get it, they want to impress. If these first two, if they're all like this, and they're all war zone stuff, then that dampens the effect of the war zone, right?
Torch him out of the sky, Roan!
Alright, so there is some kind of general auto-aim. With just... And you can really hammer on this button. I would actually love to put this on, like, R1.
That's it! Torch those catapults! Grape the Mokai horde!
Ow, I just got shot in the face. Also, this game would perform so much better if it wasn't these big horde battles, but alas, that is what they want, right? That is what's meant to impress us. Whatever. Flying like this is starting to become natural and useful, but at the, like, 12 frames per second that you get to see whenever you pan the camera when you bank, you know, it doesn't necessarily feel the best. God, now I kind of want to get a turbo controller for the PS3. Yeah, and they all burn just the same.
Way to fight up there, Roan. Jevon's locking the grain inside the city wall. It'll be tight, but the barges we saved should get us through the worst of the winter. Captain, trebuchet at the front gate. And a full battalion. Roan, Firebomb those trebuchets before they break through the wall. If it falls, their army can march on the city.
How come we don't seem to have any, like, defenses?
Drive them away from the wall! Got support from the Sky Guard, men. Now's our chance to drive them back. We got them on the run!
Firebomb that trebuchet.
They're retreating!
Take out that trebuchet before it fires. Take out that trebuchet.
I am. Alright, this is kind of satisfying to, like, just fly over and just be straight. Oh, those are my guys. Oh, they got red. To just straight be dumping fire, you know. I don't want to land. Okay.
Acilia owes you her life today, Roan. The grain you saved should get us through the winter, and the Mokai will think twice about attacking our walls again.
We did it for grain? This is a PC strategy game? This is a Koei Tecmo 8-bit strategy game? Is this some European nerd shit?
I've never seen anything like it.
They say Koei Tecmo, I just mean Koei.
God was with us. We won.
God was not here today.
It was all me.
Tongue, Jevon. Get back to the stables and stay battle ready. We'll need to figure out where the Mokai are attacking from.
What do you think these dragons are thinking? Like, how much longer are we going to deal with this? 'Cause that's the thing, is like dragons generally always supposed to be depicted as smart, diligent. Damn, if I had, what, 52 more points, we would have gotten a medal. I didn't get a medal at all. Or I don't know which one is supposed to be me. I assume I was on the left there. Whatever. Whatever. Did you buy the demon pass? You get more stuff if you buy the demon pass.
The targeting of Acilia's grain had led some in power to wonder if the Mokai were motivated.
Alright. Let's go turn analog movement on. And let's play that mission again. Oh, camera rotation. Whatever. Analog flight control, let's put a crosshair on. Let's see what this is like. That same mission again.
With the
Why does this say stables?
With the Mokai attack on Acilia, a conflict.
We'll have
had
to
begun.
we'll have to look at that. Is it like you can like upgrade your dragon? That would be cool if there was some sort of progression, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessary. Again, just hammering that square button. Oh, you can't skip cutscenes.
Is lit down in the field. Let's do a flyby and check it out.
You know, there's no skippy. Now there is. Oh, that's weird. So you can't do both, by the way.
The troops are unloading! They're
Cool, we blew that guy up.
Let's bring the fire!
Solid wing, drone.
Okay. A crosshair that just shows you when, like, you are targeting something is also nice. You know what I mean? Alright, what's over here? Man, I would love to see this, and I guarantee it already has been, but I would love to see this on RPCS3. You know, get this bad boy running at a frame rate.
The Mokai are advancing on the outer walls of the city.
That's it! That got him!
Come on. Okay. I went to go land and nothing happened. Dude, there's just the way that the frame rate is it's really hard to tell. Like, kind of what you're looking at.
Great, the Mokai horde.
One of the barges is lost.
Who is that voice? One of the barges is lost. I should just look at this up on IMDb. Who's the guy that says one of the barges is lost?
Now what?
Incoming ice dragon.
They were already here.
Keep dropping their dragons. That dragon is history. For glory!
bsky back to their cave.
Fight those bastards up! Die, you savages!
Come on. Alright, so analog control feels okay after a bit. You just kind of get used to, you just kind of get used to it, to the actual Sixaxis stuff.
That barge is a goner. We have to save the rest.
God, who is that voice? Also, how am I doing worse? Oh, that's fine.
Die, Mokai!
It's Miller. It's Kazurai Miller. That is, God, what's the actor's name? He's been in a lot of stuff, but that was Miller. Okay. I get it. I understand.
Way to fight up there, Roan. Jevon's locking the grain inside the city wall. It'll be tight, but the barges we saved should get us through the worst of the winter.
Like I said, I also want to try this unpatched.
And a full battalion. Roan, firebomb those trebuchets before they break through the wall. If it falls, their army can march on the city. Take out that trebuchet before it fires. Drive them away from the wall. Burn them all.
We have support from the Sky Guard, men. Now's our chance to drive them back.
Take out that trebuchet.
Pretty good range on this fireball.
That's the last of the trebuchet, Roan. We've got him on the run.
Like, this is neat in concept.
They're retreating!
Acilia owes you her life.
Okay, so now. That gold? Oh, I did even worse. I did even worse. Alright. That's a Lair with the patch.
Although many Assylians blame
Let's delete this patch and begin again. Alright, so I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cable and yeah. Should not be my save file, but if it is, oh well. .1. Like, how many games? That's what it said before at the bottom there for the audio channels. Well, we can't skip this? Okay, it's cute the first time, but like... I mean, I deleted the game data. That check might have been in there. But 7.1 audio channels, which is, you know, full surround sound, which is great. Still not letting me skip this. How many games these days even care to do that? I feel like a lot of games are just pure stereo. Like, the home theater is kind of dead. Just sad. Okay, we're checking options. Okay, yeah, no analog option. Also, seeing the brightness thing there is interesting. I want to check the extras. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Oh, okay.
Although many
So I am loading into this
Mokai
one again because I want to know, but I'm surprised there isn't a check of like, hey, this game version is different and now you can't, you know, like they couldn't have changed really anything unless they wouldn't have anticipated this and the game's gonna freak out.
Rome,
That's right, remember.
one of our signal towers is lit down in the field. Let's do a flyby and check it out.
This is masking a load. As soon as the load is done, then they're okay with you, yeah, I don't know, this feels the same. The flight on this feels the same. Which is to say, okay, but again, if the frame rate was higher, this would feel far more responsive. This would feel far more responsive.
There, Captain! Mokai soldiers near the tower.
Engage them, Rome. They have a catapult.
That was Lair. I don't like this game. I think parts of it are neat. I think seeing a rectangle formation of troops, and you just fly by and you just blast them with flame, you know, just one as you go across. That's neat. I think the fire actually doesn't look all that bad. Flames are emitting from behind the character model. Oh, now they're coming from the mouth. Okay.
Torch their foot soldiers.
It just didn't look like it. Can I, like, have them just dive straight in the water? No. Yeah, I mean, just this frame rate. And you can tell as it pans over the level, like the view of the level that's more distant, therefore has objects loaded into it in the distance. You can watch a tank right now. Yeah, you could feel that. And it already feels pretty bad. If this had much better motion blur, this might not feel as bad, but it also might just have felt like a blurry mess. It feels like a framey mess, so I guess I don't know which one I would prefer. Let me know what you would prefer in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Next week is a bigger game. A much more interesting game, I feel like. One that might also spawn more than just the video itself. There might be a wider discussion to break out of the next one. Next week. 2 weeks left. Heavenly Sword will be next week. Spoilers. And then David from the channel here is joining me for the last one for July. We've already recorded it. There may be some technical difficulties, as there always seem to be. It's all my fault. Always my fault. Stay tuned. And as always, Dragon.